The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. One step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down. The Colts are ready for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And it'll be Jets football. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Here we go.
To throw, Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Touchdown! Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw here from Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Forced. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Buys time. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
3rd and long. It's Richardson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. Off to the races, middle of the field. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Yeah.
Milton now. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Go!
On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. Take a quick break and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Jets take a second quarter lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor escapes a defender. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Finds his man, Downs. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Check that. Ready?
Right up the gut. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Finds his fullback. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Third and 4 coming up now. Milton. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He tosses right to the short side. And the defense follows him all the way and shoves him out of bounds. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Here's Milton. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Brooklyn. It's the Colts looking at 2nd and 1. Taylor now up the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Komet brings it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. To throw, Richardson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. They'll throw again, Richardson. On the move, headed right. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, great work by the defense there, Brock. Coverage, keeping things tight downfield, even as he extended the play, and as a result, they pick up the INT.
And the eyes were bigger than the stomach on that throw. It was as if he was committed to it right when he left the pocket. But if nothing opens up, you're going to pay for trying to make a throw that simply isn't there.
Now Milton to throw. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Milton back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. 30. Gets the 10. And he's in. Touchdown. The Jets will add to their lead at the end of the half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team on the field. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 42 yards on that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires.
Come on. 70 range.
Looking to throw. First play, he's going for it to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. So march it forward after they accept the penalty.
On the set.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go. Take go.
Running it after the penalty. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready, go. Go.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Go, Chap. Go, Chap. Ready.
They give it to him again. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, it's Richardson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Richardson on 3rd. Rolling left, buying some time. On target to downs. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. They're going Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Street. Let's go now.
Handoff now to the receiver. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now.
Come on, set.
They go play action on 1st. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Buffalo 18. Let's go. Go.
2nd and 10 now. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Keeps it moving. Michael Pittman Jr. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Colts cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They go play action here. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
19 tight, go!
To throw, Milton. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third and long, it's Richardson. Flush down out to his left. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Colts have the ball, playing for their season here. They're down. They've got first down from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He puts everything behind this one. They got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted. And the Jets are set up just shy of the 25 after that tackle.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Offense to the line for second down. Throwing now, Milton. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Let's go.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Trying for the deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Here he is on third and long. That's incomplete left side.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 2. Chased out to his right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll throw again, Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after. And crucially, oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. He's on the move. And he's into the end zone. They are really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Get up.
Able to find Corley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. Jets lead by only 2. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Wilson's got it. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Jets go up by 8 at the end. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We got a 2-score game now late. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Approaching the final minute here, they need to find a way to defy the odds and get this back. And the Jets are able to recover the kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it at the 7. He has the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with. And when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. You get a 2-score game now late. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
18 Let's go.
Richardson now. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. To throw, Richardson. Getting out to his left. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. Buying some time left. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Jets bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So the win goes to the Jets. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports.